everyone, I welcome you all to today's Topic Decodified session, wherein we are going to discuss about the India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting, which is ninth of its kind meeting being conducted currently. We shall be covering this topic in the following sequence. Why it is in news, we shall be understanding the whole news scenario, followed by the historical background of India-Thailand ties, and regarding the strategic partnership between the two countries, followed by the Indian diaspora in Thailand and prelims and mains based practice questions for you all. But before we move any further in our discussion, I want you to know about the polity and ethics foundation courses for 2023 by Nitin Shivhare sir of Analyst IAS, which are going to begin soon, and the seats are very limited. So I would ask you all to call on this particular number for any further queries regarding the courses as well as the admissions. Now let's get back to the topic. Why the news? So the 9th India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting was held in Bangkok on 17th of August 2022, that is yesterday. The meeting was co-chaired by Deputy PM and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand, Don Pramudwinai, and Minister of External Affairs of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar. Both the countries are celebrating 75 years of establishment of diplomatic relations, and also India is celebrating 75 years of its independence. Now, the historical background of India-Thailand ties. First of all, let's locate the two countries. Of course, this is India here. In the world maps, it is very difficult to find a legitimate map of India. So that's why this particular area shows in Aksai Chin, and here the another crown area, it shows in POK. But this is not the correct map that we as Indians and the Indian government accepts. This is not how we see India. We see Aksai Chin as well as this crown area in Pakistan as ours legitimate area. So India and Thailand is located in each other's extended neighborhood, sharing a maritime boundary in the Andaman Sea. The shared link of Buddhism is echoed in regular pilgrimages to places of Buddhist interest in India by a large number of Thai people. Hindu elements can be found among those reflected in Thai architecture, arts, sculpture, dance, drama, and literature. The Thai language incorporates Pali and Sanskrit influences. A large Indian diaspora living and working in Thailand is another important bond between India and Thailand. So, now let's talk about the strategic partnership aspect. In the past 2 decades, with regular political exchanges, growing trade and investment, India's ties with Thailand have now evolved into comprehensive partnership. Apart from that, India's Act East policy has been complemented by Thailand's Look West policy. So, both the countries are having policies which can coordinate and in fact co-work together, Thailand's Look West and India's Act East, in bringing the two countries closer. Both countries are important regional partners linking South and Southeast Asia. They cooperate closely in ASEAN, East Asia Summit EAS, as well as BIMSTEC groupings, and also there is a very important Mekong Ganga Corporation and Asia Cooperation Dialogue and Indian Ocean Rim Association IORA. So a lot of platforms and organizations and groupings, regional groupings, are there for the two countries to converge and cooperate. The ASEAN-India Agreement on Trade in Goods was implemented in January 2010, and the India-ASEAN Free Trade Agreement in Services and Investments was signed in September 2014, and it came into force in July 2015. So these strategic partnerships are going on between India and Thailand. Now, if we are talking about ASEAN, look at the members of ASEAN once. A quick revision for you guys. Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Laos, Philippines, and Brunei Darus. These are the ASEAN member countries, amongst whom India is enjoying a free trade agreement. The ASEAN and its trading partners are Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand, and South Korea. So these are known as ASEAN plus 6. So ASEAN plus 6 intends to accelerate economic growth in East Asian countries, promote cooperation in energy, foods, and other fields vital to economic activities, and in other ways greatly benefit Japan and the region's other countries. So again, these 6 countries are Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand, and South Korea. Now, the East Asia Summit is another grouping that we have mentioned under the strategic partnership details. So, East Asia Summit has the following member countries: United States, Russia. See, East Asia Summit is not a regional grouping per se. It's a grouping focused on a particular region, that is East Asia. But other stakeholders also do participate in these summits. So, of course, there is United States, there is Russia, there's Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Philippines, Brunei, China, India, Burma, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Australia, as well as New Zealand, who participate in East Asia Summit. So, the next strategically important grouping is BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC has 7 countries as its member. BIMSTEC was created by India, propounded by India as a counter for or as an alternate for SAARC, because SAARC has become defunct because of the India-Pakistan tussle. And since that tussle doesn't seem to end anytime soon, this makes SAARC a defunct body. So to overcome that defunct regional grouping, a new grouping, an alternate grouping in the form of BIMSTEC has been propounded. And it is very, very crucial, especially from India's perspective. So the 7 member countries are Nepal, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Thailand. Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Thailand are the 7 countries. BIMSTEC stands for the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral, Technical and Economic Cooperation. It was founded in 1997 through Bangkok Declaration. So Bangkok is in Thailand itself. So Thailand becomes important. And since it was founded in Bangkok Declaration, the first summit did get held in Thailand itself. And currently, the chairperson of BIMSTEC is Sri Lanka. What is the importance of BIMSTEC? It accounts for 22% of world's population. The combined GDP of BIMSTEC 7 countries is $2.7 trillion, which deals with 1/4 of the world's trade goods across the Bay of Bengal every year. See, Bay of Bengal is the source of these grouping, right? So 6 focus areas are trade, technology, energy, transport, tourism, and fisheries, on which these countries are collaborating and cooperating with each other. So multi-sectoral, technical and economic cooperation. Okay, fine, it's multi-sectoral. Okay, fine, it's technological or technical and economic. But what are the specific areas? So this answer is here. There are 6 specific focus areas. These are trade from economy's perspective, technology from technical perspective, energy, transport, tourism, and fisheries. All right. So, the next one is Mekong Ganga Corporation. Mekong and Ganga both are civilizational rivers. And that is the point of convergence that has been taken up for creation of this particular grouping. So the member countries are Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Bhutan, Nepal, and China. Thereafter, Indian Ocean Rim Association. The blue ones are the member states, while the red ones are dialogue partners. So, the member states are Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, India, Iran, Oman, Yemen, United Arab Emirates, Somalia, Kenya, Comoros, Madagascar, Mauritius, Tanzania, Mozambique, South Africa, while the dialogue partners are Egypt, China, Japan, and USA. Also, Germany, France, and UK. You can check out this zoomed part. Now, Indian diaspora in Thailand. It is estimated that there are around 2.5 lakh people of Indian origin in Thailand. Many of them have lived there for several generations over the past century. Majority of them hold Thai nationality today. The Indian community mainly comprises of 6 Punjabis, Gorakhpuris, Tamils and Sindhis in Thailand. 2 persons of Indian origin from Thailand have been awarded the Pravasi Samman in 2006 and 2010. This Pravasi Samman is given by Indian government on the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas to the persons of Indian origin. Apart from that, Thailand is working hard with India to link these two markets, that is Indian market and Thailand market, through India's northeastern region and Cambodia, Laos, PDR and Myanmar. However, beyond much awaited India-Myanmar-Thailand trilateral highway, modes of connectivity, particularly maritime and air, can also be utilized to their maximum potential. Of course, there is always going to be some potential of improvement in any of the ties, in any of the aspect. So, political will on all sides will also ensure delivery of RCEP and BIMSTEC FTAs to give an added economic boost to the ASEAN, Southeast Asia and even beyond that. So, this was all about today's topic. I have covered all the crucial information from the perspective of UPSC CSE. Now I would take you towards the prelims practice question. Consider the following pairs. So on one end there are rivers and then you have to pick the correct one in which river drains. So Mekong, Andaman Sea, Thames, Irish Sea, Volga, Caspian Sea and Zambezi, Indian Ocean. Your answer for this particular question is C, that is 3 and 4 only. The mains practice question for today is write a note on the progress made in India-Thailand bilateral relations. You will be answering this particular question in 150 words and send in your answers to us on WhatsApp to get them reviewed. This is it for today. I shall see you again in another topic decodified session. Till then, take care, stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining in.